Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is Mike. I am the Ballin half of Ballin Burgers, and today I have compiled a list for you guys. This is my top 5 list of Keyblades from Kingdom Hearts 1 and Kingdom Hearts 2. So, without further ado, let's hop right into the list. So, number 5 is the Gullwing. You get this Keyblade in Kingdom Hearts 2 from the Gullwings, those little 3 fairy ladies that you meet in Hollow Bastion, after you save Hollow Bastion from the 1,000 Heartless and have all that good stuff completed. This Keyblade has a really nice design, and it's, really homage to these 3 characters, and also I really like the benefit that it gives you, which is the experience boost. For grinding levels at the end of the game, when you really want to make it to 100, this Keyblade comes super and handy for doing so. Number 4 is the Decisive Pumpkin from Kingdom Hearts 2. Comparing this Keyblade to its counterpart from Kingdom Hearts 1, the Pumpkin Head, I think it looks a lot more pleasing. The Pumpkin Head is just a plain black Keyblade, not much to it, but with the Decisive Pumpkin, they actually added a lot of color and a lot of more depth to this Keyblade. I really like how the sword part of the Keyblade is actually a snake kind of disguised as a candy cane. I think it's really clever, and it actually has Jack Skellington's face on it, which is super awesome as well. Number 3 is the Oath Keeper. This Keyblade has been in both Kingdom Hearts 1 and Kingdom Hearts 2, and not only do I love the way it looks, I also really love it for what it represents. This Keyblade represents Sora's connection to Kairi, and you receive this Keyblade in just that manner. As soon as Sora and Kairi reunite in Kingdom Hearts 1, you receive this Keyblade. Number 2 is the Rumbling Rose from Kingdom Hearts 2. Now, this Keyblade does look a bit weird, but the reason why I really like this Keyblade is for its effect, and that is the Finishing Plus. This Keyblade allows you to do 2 finishing moves versus just 1. Now, obviously, your finishing moves are your kill moves. They are the big end of your combo moves, and when you pair 2 of them together, they can be really effective. The ones that I like to use are the Explosion with the Magic Balls and the Shield Breaker one. I forget exactly what it's called, but Sora basically makes a stabbing move ahead of him, and he can hit pretty much anything, including the large bodies and the enemies with armor. So it's really nice when it actually gets set up that you use Explosion and then dash right out of it with the stab move. It works really well. So, before we move on to number 1, I think we should bring up some honorable mentions. I have 3 honorable mentions that I'm just going to mention real quick here. Those would be the Divine Rose, the Ultimate Weapon, and just the standard Kingdom Key Keyblade. I like the Kingdom Key just because it is the classic. That's where it all starts from. I like the Divine Rose because the way you get it in the game. It's not like the other Keyblades where you just find them in a treasure chest or get them from a world. You actually have to go out and talk to someone, which that's the only Keyblade that you actually have to do that, at least in Kingdom Hearts 1, that is. And for obvious reasons, the Ultimate Weapon is the Ultimate Weapon. It is great. But since it's so great, I wanted to leave it off of this list just because I feel like it is kind of overpowered. And finally, getting to number 1, that is the Lionheart, or the Sleeping Lion from Kingdom Hearts 2. If I had to pick just one, I would go with the Lionheart from Kingdom Hearts 1. Although both of them are great, I believe that the Lionheart is a little bit better than the Sleeping Lion, just because there are other Keyblades that you get around the same time as the Sleeping Lion that are a little bit better. So with the Lionheart, you actually get this Keyblade from beating Leon and Cloud in the Hades Cup, and the Hades Cup is just a great event in general, and this is one of many great rewards that you will get from beating the Hades Cup, and you don't even have to get all the way to number 1, you just have to beat Cloud and Leon. So this is very beneficial towards the end of the game because it has some pretty good stats, and it also boosts your magic, which is what I like. It's almost as strong as the Oblivion, but you don't get that -1 MP, which is kind of a hindrance that I personally don't like about the Oblivion. So yeah, that's my list. Is it kind of a shock to you guys that I didn't put the Ultimate Weapon on the list? Do you also like the Lionheart just as much as I do? Would you have switched any of my 5 in any order? Do you think the Keyblades that I chose are complete garbage? Let me know in the comments. Be sure to, shout out any of your thoughts. I love to hear them and kind of go back and forth with you guys. Colin, if you want to, feel free to make your own list. Have a great day, guys. I will see you next time.